Hi everybody, it's Raven from Wicked Little Reborns, and we're getting comfy on the couch here because we're going to have story time. So we just had a discussion in one of the other videos about the Chatty Cathy dolls, and while we were talking, we also talked about Charm and Chatty. Get it right, Raven. So this is a book that I had in my childhood, and it's all about Charm and Chatty, which is this beautiful doll here. We were talking about her in one of the other videos, so if you want to find out more about her, watch one of my other videos. So little Miss Chloe saw that we were talking about this story and she really wants to hear it. So I thought you guys might want to hear the story as well. So I'm going to read it to you all. Here we go. Hope I don't muddle my words like I always do. Charm and Chatty. So this book has been written by Barbara, not a good start, is it? Barbara Shook Hazen. Pictures are by Dagmar Wilson. What a name, Dagmar. That's unfortunate, isn't it? And then there's a picture of Charm and Chatty. That's the blonde Charm and Chatty. I've got the redhead version. Mary Lee and Charm and Chatty were going for a walk. They were going to explore the new block where Mary Lee's family had moved that very morning. I wonder what exciting things we'll see, said Charm and Chatty. Maybe we'll meet some other little girls our age, said Mary. Can you see that picture? So that's Mary Lee and obviously Charm and Chatty. Mary Lee and Charm and Chatty waved goodbye to Mother. Then they started out down a tree-lined walk. The first house they passed had a lovely large lawn. They saw a goldfish pond, a woman raking leaves, and a robin tugging at a worm. They walked by the second house. A friendly, waggly-tailed terrier leapt from his porch and barked excitedly. Woof, 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 woof. He followed Mary Lee and Charm and Chatty as far as he could go inside the fence. Good woof to you, said Charm and Chatty. So there you've got the terrier, and that must be Mary Lee's mum. You enjoying this story, girls? As they turned around the corner, Mary Lee heard the jingle of bells. Twinkle, 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 twinkle. It's an ice cream man, she said happily. I'd like some pickled ice cream, Charm and Chatty told him. Really? Pickled ice cream? I prefer chocolate myself. Anyway, let's see, he said, stroking his chin. I have chocolate and vanilla and peppermint and pistachio. Pistachio. I love pistachio. Do you like pistachio? I'm sorry to say I'm all out of pickle. Why is that not surprises? Surely you don't like pickled ice cream. I do love pickles, but pickles in ice cream? Peppermint will do nicely, said Mary Lee, and we'll share it, please. Carefully she counted out 10 shiny, bright pennies. So pennies are money that was in the olden days, like back before I was born. And gave them to the man. Then she and Charm and Chatty explored the next side of the block. They saw a big boy on a bike and a nurse with a baby carriage, but no little girls. Not one. I've got two next to me. Oh. Great pictures in this book. I used to be fascinated by these pictures when I was a little girl. Around the next corner, a sign said Town Park. Let's go exploring there, said Mary Lee, and they started across the little bridge that led to the park. 2 little boys were fishing with string and bent pins. Shh, said Mary Lee when they got to the other side. There's a lion behind us in the bushes. He's listening to every word we say. What a fierce look he has on his face. Silly! That's a statue, said Charm and Chatty. So there's the statue right there, and there's the boys in the park. Oh, sorry for my chipped nail polish. I've been doing a lot of sculpting lately. They ran past the lions and into the playground. There were lots of children playing there. Mary Lee and Charm and Chatty climbed onto a swing. Whee! Said Charm and Chatty as they sailed through the air. This is one of my favourite pictures in the book. Next, Mary Lee and Charm and Chatty followed a curving path until they came to a fenced-in place. There are all kinds of beautiful wild birds There are all kinds of beautiful wild birds were walking about. Their wings had been clipped so they couldn't fly away. Some of the birds had a crest like a crown. Others had long, bright feathers that trailed on the ground. So I have to clip the wings on my chickens because they have a habit of flying over the fence. It just keeps them safe in the yard and doesn't hurt them. You're just clipping the little flight feathers. I like the peacock the best, said Mary Lee. Just then the peacock fanned his tail. He seems to like you too, laughed Charm and Chatty. Then Mary Lee asked, what is your favourite bird? What's your favourite bird? Charmin likes the toucan. What do you like? She likes this, Chloe loves this beautiful parrot right here. I like the parakeet the best, said Charm and Chatty. You are silly sometimes, said Mary Lee. Parakeets don't live in parks. Parakeets are pets. So another word for parakeets for those of us in Australia is budgie or budgerigar. I think in the States they call them parakeets. I like the parakeet best, Charm and Chatty said again. Then she pointed to a pile of leaves. Mary Lee looked. Under the leaves there was a parakeet. She held out her finger and he hopped onto it. Hello, said the bird. My name is Budgie Boy. He's somebody's lost pet, said Mary Lee. We must find the person who he belongs to. Mary Lee saw a little boy dressed in party clothes. He was drinking at the water fountain. Do you know anyone who has lost a parakeet? Mary Lee asked. Golly, I don't, said the boy. I'd help you look, but I'm on my way to a birthday party. There's the lost parakeet. There's a little boy. Oh, these guys look like they're going to the party as well. We've got a blue budgie, haven't we, girls? His name's Peter, and he talks as well. Mary Lee next asked the twins with the long swinging braids. She stopped them as they skipped by. Please, she said, I'm looking for someone who's lost a blue parakeet named Budgie Boy. I lost my Easter rabbit last year, said one girl. His name was Harold, and he ran away. But no one we know has lost a parakeet, said the other girl. Nearby, a man was raking leaves. Sir, Charm and Chatty asked politely, has anyone stopped to ask you about a lost parakeet? The man shook his head. Sorry, young lady, he said. I've been asked today. All I've been asked today are directions. Gently, Mary Lee tucked Budgie Boy into the fold of her coat. The poor bird was shivering with the cold. If we are good explorers, we would have found the person who lost Budgie Boy, said Mary Lee sadly. She and Charm and Chatty... Why do I keep saying Charm and Chatty? It's Charm and Chatty, isn't it? Charm and Chatty started home. When they came to a fork in the path, Mary Lee said, Budgie Boy isn't the only one who's lost. I don't know which way to go. Luckily, they saw another little girl. Which is the path out of the park? Mary Lee asked her. Follow me, said the little girl. Then she began to cry. Today is my birthday, she said, and Mum and Dad gave me the most beautiful bird, but someone left the window open and he flew away. I've been looking everywhere. Budgie Boy, said the bird. His little yellow beak peeked out of Mary Lee's coat, and he chirped happily. The little girl, whose name was Sue, danced for joy. "Thank you," she said. Then she asked, "Would you both come to my birthday party? It's starting right away." Together they walked to Sue's house, and what do you think? It was the red brick house right next door to the yellow one where Mary Lee lived. She and Sue were neighbours. Wow, what a small world. At the door, Sue introduced Mary Lee to her friends. The twins were there and the little boy they met in the park. Then Mary Lee introduced Charm and Chatty. "It was she who really found Budgie Boy," said Mary Lee. Doesn't that look like a fun birthday party? I love birthday parties. So much fun. Sue's friends liked Mary Lee. They were glad she had moved to their town, and everyone was charmed by Charm and Chatty. She recited poems and proverbs. She said funny things like, "I'm a dragon with big pink stripes." And she was good at pinning the tail on a donkey that she won first prize. Who loved that game as a kid? Or maybe there's kids out there listening to this that love Pin the Tail on a Donkey. When it was time for ice cream and cake, Sue closed her eyes and said, I wish, may my wish come true. I wish for a friend, Charm and Chatty, just like you." She opened her eyes and blew out all the candles. And who do you think was sitting next to her right there on the chair? Who do you think? Who do you think, girls? Let's have a look. It's the redhead, Charm and Chatty. It's you. It was Charm and Chatty's sister, except she has auburn hair. Auburn is just another name for red. "Just as I do," said Sue. Mary Lee hugged her own Charm and Chatty and said, "You are a good explorer. You are my best friend in the whole world, and I'm so happy." "I am too," said Charm and Chatty. "Now we can all play together and have a party every day." And they did. Isn't it wonderful to find a best friend to do things with? Did you enjoy that, girls? Was that a great story? Hey? Yes, you love your stories. Anyway, guys, I must run. It's almost time that my grandson's coming over, and we're going to cook brownies today. So that will be it from us today. Bye! Mwah! Everyone blow kisses. Mwah! That's blowing kisses the wrong way. Oh, she's gone shy. Mwah! Bye, guys.